Now, before we get started, I just want people to understand that yes, I am highlighting this, but I don't want people to go out and decide that this is a 100% definitive thing and that this is the end all to be all. So that whenever it is they happen to see a profile or see somebody talking online, oh, yeah, it's AI. Oh, yeah, it's somebody faking. Oh, yes, this. Oh, yes, that. Because over time that I've done videos and stories on this platform, I've showcased to a great deal many of people the actual faces of these people who decide that they want to speak in such a way. Doesn't matter if it's about black men, doesn't matter if it's about black children, doesn't matter if it's about the black community as a whole. You do have people out here that will speak in a certain type of way in order to down talk and negatively impact black people in America. But let's get started. So, in the very first image, you can clearly see Joey Moreno, right? Said, I'm a true black American woman, and I've been black all my life. I was born black, and I will die black. My mommy black, my daddy black. I will never cast a ballot for that Kamala Harris woman as long as I live. Trump all the way, all day, every day. And then you have the picture of the supposed black woman that is supposed to be speaking. This is incredible. This is when I first ran across and I saw this online. I was like, "Wow, this is something. This is very bold." You have a lot of people out there that want to try to make something seem as if it is something else. Again, not stating that or not trying to say that you don't have black women out there that are voting directly for Trump, but Lord, this is something. Then on top of that, you decide to do this, and you have your whole Twitter just open. We can clearly see who the profile picture is, and it doesn't match what the image is at the bottom. And it's not as if it's a mistake, right? Because nothing's in quotations. This is written as if it is from a first person point of view, from the person themselves trying to explain to everybody else their reasoning and who it is that they're going to specifically vote for in the 2024 election. And then, suspiciously enough, when you look further down, it states that the post has been deleted. Now, why would one who is stating that their mommy and their daddy is black, that they've been black all their lives, that they are a black woman, and that they're voting for Trump, why would one such as that decide that they need to delete such a great, outstanding, wonderful post? Nothing there was said incorrectly, nothing there was written wrongly. Why would somebody decide to get rid of that post? So here is the response, right? Joey stated, a tweet posted earlier from my account was the result of my account being logged in on a friend's device. Clearly, I am not a black woman. Unlike the Democratic nominee for president, I don't spend my time pretending to be a black woman to garner votes under false pretenses. The lesson here is always log yourself out when borrowing or using friends' devices, because even months later, you'll stay logged in if you haven't changed passwords. On to the next scandal. Next, Joey stated, there will be a space tomorrow, meaning Twitter, with my friend explaining exactly what happened so I wouldn't get too excited. Libs, right? Meaning the Democrats. Another person stated, keep tweeting through it. Joey Salads. He responded, that's not me. Travis Akers reported, oh, we know you're a black woman. Oh man, like I said, the world is a very funny place when it is that people get caught doing certain things, and especially something like this is very very interesting. It to me, it's more comical than anything else because it just further proves the lengths that anyone will go to in order to try to state their opinion, but try to mask it or face it or reface it as somebody else specifically stating it of a whole nother demographic. So after that response, just like with the first picture that I showed you, where magically things were getting deleted, now the post that Joey had originally made, it says this post was deleted by the post author. Learn more, and then it went to a second time. So you can clearly see that this person is going into delete mode at this moment because they were called out, right? So then you go down and you see Travis Akers from his previous tweet in the response, and then Joey came back and responded, that's not me, right? So again, there are clearly some issues here. If everything that he is saying is true, and it was an honest mistake, and it was just a friend that was logging in, I wonder if the friend or whoever that he is talking about will show up, right? I wonder if the woman in the picture is supposedly the friend. I wonder if she's going to show up and clarify what specifically was happening, going down, what was the thought process, how it was that this person was even on, that profile, or vice versa. How long ago was it that they were still logged? Like I said, it's weird. Everything is very very weird. And on top of that, for the person supposedly, the black woman, to magically get directly on Twitter and to start tweeting without noticing that the icon, or noticing that in the comment section, normally your name will show up, or however it basically works, right? You'll see your name, or you'll happen to see an image, whatnot, or whatever. And when you happen to post, it'll automatically tell you, like, hey, such and such basically posted this. And if the icon doesn't match, and if the name doesn't match, then already you know exactly what it is. But for whatever reason, that's not what specifically took place here with Joey. This is my thing. We are living in a quote unquote democratic society where people are free to vote for whoever it is that they want to vote for, whoever they feel has their best interest at foot. People are free to vote for that person. I don't really care about it any type of way at all, because it's going to affect, everybody, either frontwards, meaning face wise, or it will affect them when everything comes from behind, however you want to sit up there and put it. But to go to the lengths of trying to make it seem as though you just have this random groupings of black women just coming out of nowhere is very suspicious. And this also lets me know that a lot of the people out here that decide that they want to use black digital face don't know anything. Like, with all of the black media that you can consume, with all of the music, all of the television shows, all of whatever written articles, blogs, with all of this information, and on top of that, with AI, it would not be that difficult to, in a sense, make a black person. But for whatever reason, they still fail when trying to fake and perpetrate as somebody who is black. This is the other reason why it is that when you look at a lot of television shows and they have black characters, the black characters are stuck in, one to two modes, right? It's either the introvert that doesn't really have any friends, that's nervous and shy. It could be, let's say, if it's a black guy on a TV show, dude will be, nervous or shy. He's not really outgoing, but yet he's pretty, tall in stature, built, however you want to put it. And that's the person that gets picked on, which makes zero sense to me, right? And then on the other end, they'll decide to have a black man that's up there, and he'll be the complete opposite of what would be considered masculine, right? Now, note, there are multitudes of different spaces, areas for black men, representation, in all of these boxes and whatnot. It's not going to specifically dictate what one black man is, but whenever it is that they want to create this caricature in their mind, they only go about it two ways. And when it deals with black women, it's only two ways. It's either the quote unquote stereotypical ghetto, or it's going to be the ultra heavily leaning black woman conservative that is ultra into the women's rights and heavily against men and all this. It's usually one of those two things, the exact same thing that they do with black men. But again, as I've stated to you before, this is the society, this is the world that we live in, where you have individuals deciding, instead of focusing on their own people, trying to make sure their numbers are correct, trying to make sure that everything is everything, they want to, in a sense, bring everybody else into their situation room, into their problem, make them, quote unquote, a type of focal point. Because at the end of the day, what people don't realize is that no matter how this goes, somehow, some way, you are going to have Black people to blame for something. It always happens. It doesn't matter the election. It doesn't matter the state. It doesn't matter the city. Somehow, some way, somebody Black is going to be to blame for something. And this is also another tactic that is being used directly right here in front of you in order to cause a further divide. It'd have been a complete different story if this was 100% an actual Black woman that decided to write this, because then people could just have conversations back and forth. But that's not, again, what it is that we are dealing with here. So again, as I told people before, this is why it is imperative for people to do a little bit of research, do a little bit of looking around, and seeing what really is behind, those letters, behind those keys, behind that picture. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.